Hello, dear children. Today we'll be doing lesson number 1 in science. Food, where does it come from? Explanation part 1. And a very good morning to all my dear children. How are you all? I hope you all have enjoyed your vacation and now it's time that we should start our studies. That means back to school. But as such, you cannot come to school because of the circumstances. The school is coming to you through this media. So, dear children, I am your science teacher, Miss Yukita Shah. This is your science book that this year you are going to study. Today, we are going to start the first lesson, that is the food from where does it come from. We all eat food. You all know that we all eat food, but that food, where does that food come from, that we are going to study in this lesson. So first of all, dear children, you all will write here today's date, 12 6 2021, and classwork. What is the lesson's name? Food, where does it come from? मतलब जो हम खाना खाते हैं वो हमको कहाँ से मिलता है, वो कहाँ से आता है, that we are going to study. Now first we will read what is written here. What did you eat at home today? Find out what your friends ate today. Did you eat the same kind of food yesterday and today? We all eat different kinds of food at different times, isn't it? Now you all know that we have varieties of food that is available with us, and we all eat different types of food, but all the food that we eat, we need some things, to some material to cook the food. From where does that we get, that we are going to study in this lesson. Now this is your activity 1, food variety. Now, activity 1, ask your friends in the school about the items that they would be eating during a day. So, if you can also get this information from friends staying in different states, then of India, list all the items in your notebook and give as given in the table as for as many friends as possible. Now, dear children, here the table is given because you all know that India has many different states, and each and every state has its own eating habits and different varieties of food. हर स्टेट का अपना एक स्पेसिफिक खाना होता है और एक स्पेसिफिक टेस्ट होता है जो उसको उस स्टेट को डिफाइन करता है. तो इंडिया एक ऐसा कंट्री है जब बहुत सारे देश जो स्टेट्स हैं, और हर स्टेट का अपना फूड एक स्पेसिफिक इंग्रेडिएंट है या स्पेसिफिक टेस्ट है, या कुछ ऐसी चीज़ें होती हैं वो ज़्यादा यूज़ करते हैं. जैसे कि हम नॉर्थ की तरफ जाते हैं तो वी यूज़ मोर ऑफ द व्हीट, एंड वी एज वी मूव टूवर्ड्स द साउथ वी यूज़ मोर ऑफ द राइस. मूविंग टूवर्ड्स बंगाल, ईस्टर्न साइड ऑल्सो पीपल ईट लॉट ऑफ राइस. और वेस्टर्न में राइस और व्हीट दोनों का ही इस्तेमाल किया जाता है. तो उस तरीके से है, देखा हमने कि कहीं पर राइस ज़्यादा यूज़ होता है, कहीं पर व्हीट ज़्यादा यूज़ होता है. और इस राइस और व्हीट और बहुत सारे अलग ग्रेन्स हैं, उन सबको यूज़ करके डिफरेंट वैराइटीज़ ऑफ फूड इज कुक्ड इन आवर country. So here you have to make a table that we are not going to do. Now moving on to the next one. There seems to be so many varieties in the food that we eat. What are these food items made of? Think about rice cooked at home. We can take raw rice and boil it in water. Just 2 materials or ingredients are needed to prepare a dish of boiled rice. Now here the example is given that when just take rice या दाल लेते हैं. जैसे राइस लिया और सिंपल प्लेन बॉइल्ड राइस बनाना है तो हमको 2 ही चीज़ें चाहिए, सिंपल रॉ राइस, कच्चा चावल और पानी, और उसको हम उबालेंगे तो राइस पक जाएगा. दैट विल बी योर रॉ राइस. तो ओनली 2 थिंग्स आर रिक्वायर्ड, वन इज़ द वाटर एंड वन इज़ द रॉ राइस. इंग्रेडिएंट्स मीन्स व्हाट आर द मटेरियल्स दैट आर रिक्वायर्ड इन द कुकिंग. इफ़ यू आर मेकिंग अ दाल, so what are the ingredients that you need? You need some more ingredients for dal, like raw dal that we need, then oil, then all the spices or the masalas that we put into the dal are needed. So we need more things to cook a rice than to cook the plain boiled rice. On the other hand, some food items are made with many ingredients. To prepare vegetable curry, we need different kinds of vegetables, salt, spices, oil, and so on. So the food items are made in a different way. Each food item has its own specification. So it some needs less number of things to be made, and some needs more number of things to be made. Like if you're going to make a vegetable curry, you need lot of vegetable, oil, spices, many things are needed, but curd, many things are needed. But when you are making plain boiled rice, only you need two things, that is rice and water. Same way, if you are going to make chapatis, you need only wheat flour and water. You need the dough and make the chapatis. So the ingredients consumed are very less. Now next is your activity number 2. Choose some of the items you listed in the table 1.1 and try to find out what ingredients are used to prepare these by discussing them with your friends. And elders at home, list them in the table 1.2. Some examples are given here. Add some more items to the list. Like here some example is given that the food items and their ingredients. Food items, ingredients like roti, chapati, then atta, water. For roti and chapati, when you meet, what are the ingredients required is atta and water. Matlab wheat flour and water is needed. Then if you are making a dal, you need pulses, water, salt, oil or ghee and spices, as I explained. So there are many other things that you can add to the list. Now here you can see there are certain food items that has been given, like this is the South Indian food, the regular sabji hai, this is द नॉन वेजिटेरियन फूड दैट मैनी पीपल ईट. तो फूड आइटम्स जो हमको मिलते हैं, हम ये जो इंग्रेडिएंट्स यूज़ करते हैं, ये सारी चीज़ें हमारे पास कहाँ से आती हैं, दैट वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट नाउ. Dear children, we will move on to page number 2. What do you find? Do you find the same ingredients common for different food items discussed in the class? So, where do these ingredients come from? Now, there are many common ingredients or the same ingredients by which we can make different types of food items like dal and sabzi or the vegetable that we cook. In dal also we use certain types of spices. The same type of spices we can use to make the dal. So the same things are used for dal and sabji. So there are many other food items in which we use the same ingredients, but the taste is different because there are certain ingredients which are common and certain are different. Now we move on to the new topic, food material and sources. So where do this food material we get comes from, and what are the sources of that food material that we are going to find out in this. It may be easy for us to guess the sources of some of the ingredients that we listed in table 1.2, like fruits and vegetables. For instance, where do they come from? Plants, of course. What are the sources of rice or wheat? You may have seen some paddy or wheat fields with rows and rows of plants, which gives us these grains. And then there are food items like milk, egg, and meat, which comes from the animals. So basically there are two sources of the food ingredients that we get. One is the plants and other is the animals. Most of the ingredients we get from the plants, like vegetables, spices, all that things we get from the plants. दाल है, सीरियल्स है, पल्सेस हैं, ये सारी चीज़ें हमको प्लांट्स में से मिलती हैं. लेकिन कुछ फूड आइटम्स हैं जैसे कि मिल्क है, एग्स है, मीट है, they all we get from the animal. So we get these food items, one from the plants and other from the animals. Wheat and rice wheat and rice are grown in the fields. जैसे कि हमने एग्जाम्पल दिया हुआ है कि कहाँ से मिलते हैं, तो वो प्लांट्स कहाँ होते हैं, वो खेतों में होते हैं, जहाँ छोटे छोटे बहुत सारे पूरे खेत में जो है वो पेड़ लगाए जाते हैं, और उसमें से फिर हमको अकॉर्डिंग टू द सीजन वी गेट wheat and rice. Now we move on to activity number 3. Let us take a look the food items listed earlier and try to find out whether they come from the ingredients and their sources. Some examples are shown in table 1.3. Fill in the blanks in table 1.3 and add some more examples. Now here you can see this is the picture of a paddy. या व्हीट फील्ड का या पैडी फील्ड का एक पिक्चर दिखाया गया है। इस तरीके से जो है रोज में जो है पूरा गेहूं या चावल के पौधे लगाए जाते हैं। पैडी मीन्स द राइस प्लांट्स जो होते हैं उनको हम पैडी बोलते हैं। इसी तरीके से पूरे खेत में या फार्म में जो होते हैं प्लांट्स लगाए जाते हैं। वंस दे आर रेडी एंड दे आर राइपन, दे आर कट एंड देन दे आर पैक्ड एंड देन द सेंड टू द मार्केट लाइक दिस। इस तरीके से वो मार्केट में भेजे जाते हैं बेचने के लिए। So this is one of the this is the source of the ingredients of paddy field. As I told you, either rice or wheat or paddy. So it is a paddy field. Wheat grains are transported, and this is how the grains are being transported. This is the first picture is of paddy field, and second is of the wheat being transported to the market. Now here you can see this is the table 1.3, ingredients used to prepare food items and their sources. Like this is the food item. Idli. Idli is prepared from, what are the ingredients that are required to make idli? It's first is your rice, which is very important. Without rice, you cannot make the idli. Then after rice is your dals. There are certain dals that are used to make the idli. That is your urad dal, salt, and then water that is needed. Now rice we get from the plants, urad dal also we get from the plants, and salt is the natural source that we get from the water only. Water जो होता है, जो sea water होता है, उसमें से salt बनता है. Same way if you may want to make a chicken curry, so you want chicken which is an animal product, then all the spices that we get from the plants, oil and ghee, it's both the plant and the animal product. Oil और घी जो होता है, oil जो होता है वो कुछ seeds में से extract किया जाता है. I think you might have read in the earlier classes in the 5th standard only, I taught you how we get the oil from the seeds, like peanuts हो गए, सनफ्लावर हो गया, तो इन सब में से जो होता है ऑयल एक्सट्रैक्ट किया जाता है. तिल है, सेसमी सीड्स है, इन सबको ग्राइंड करेंगे तो इसमें से जो है ऑयल एक्सट्रैक्ट होता है. सो दीज आर द ऑयल सीड्स. ऑयल इज अ प्लांट प्रोडक्ट, वेर एज घी इज एन एनिमल प्रोडक्ट, क्योंकि घी जो होता है बटर में से हम जो है वो बनाते हैं, और बटर जो है वो विच इज वी गेट इट, इट्स बेसिकली वी गेट फ्रॉम द मिल्क से ही सारे प्रोडक्ट्स डिराइव होते हैं. सो इट्स एन मिल्क प्रोडक्ट दैट वी गेट फ्रॉम द एनिमल एंड द वाटर. So you can see that whenever you make a food item, you sometimes use both the ingredients, the ones we get from the plants also and the ones we get from the animals also. Now we move on to next page, that is page number 3. Do we conclude from the activity 3? Plants are the sources of food ingredients like grains, cereals, vegetables, and fruits. Animals provide us with milk, meat products, and eggs. Cows, goat, and buffaloes give us some common animals which give us milk. Milk and milk products like butter, cream, cheese, and curd are used all over the world. Now, can you name some other animals which give us milk? Now, you can see that basically we have understood that what are the main sources of food for us. One is the plant and other is the animal. Now all the cereals है, pulses है, grains है, food items जितनी भी है, जैसे vegetables है, fruits है, that we get from the plants, and then the milk, cheese, curd, butter, these are the animal product. Not only this, but we also get meat and egg also, which is an animal product. Now milk, basically milk is the one product. From milk we make many things out of it, like cheese है, curd है, वो सारी चीज़ें भी, cream है, ये सारी चीज़ें भी हमको milk, it's a part called as a milk product because it is derived out from the milk. So there are certain other animals जैसे camel और yak भी होते हैं जो कि that give us milk. In the desert area the camel milk is also used, and in the hilly regions it is the yak's milk is used. जो बहुत hilly regions है, like in Ladakh area where you can find large number of yaks, there people use yak's milk, and in the desert region like Rajasthan people use the camel milk also. So these are the two other animals also which give us milk. Here you can see there's a picture of plant that is shown. Now when we eat the fruits and vegetables, there are certain root vegetables, that means we eat the root of a plant. There are certain leafy vegetables, that means we are eating the leaf part of the plant. And there are certain stem जैसे होते हैं, तो हम वो उसको, जैसे potato is a stem, so we call it a stem. तो वो vegetable plant का कौन सा part है, वो stem वाला part है जिसको हम eat करते हैं और we eat. So there are different parts of a plant that is eaten as a food. Now next topic is a plant and parts and animal products as food. Plant parts and animal products as food, that is the new topic 1.3. Now, which are the plant parts that are eaten as food, and what are the animal products that we eat as food, that we are going to discuss now. Plants are one source of our food. Which parts of a plant? We eat only leafy vegetables. We eat many leafy vegetables. We eat fruits of some plants. We eat roots of some, sometimes stem, and even flowers. Have you ever eaten pumpkin? Now you can see it is already given that there are different parts of a plant that we eat, like stem है, roots है, leaves है, और तो ये हम जो different different parts of a plant है, कभी उसका fruit को हम use करते हैं, तो these are the different parts of a plant that we use as a vegetable. Now, have you ever eaten a pumpkin? Pumpkin means जो कद्दू होता है उसको हम pumpkin बोलते हैं, which is round, and अगर if it is raw it is little bit white, but if it is ripened it is little bit yellowish in color, which is very healthy and light to digest. Have you ever eaten pumpkin flowers dipped in rice paste and fried it? Now this is the pumpkin flowers. कभी जो pumpkin होता है उसके कभी flowers को अगर आप rice में अगर उसको fry करके dip करके खाएंगे तो कैसा taste लगेगा. So that is the flower that we eat. Now cauliflower that we eat is a flower. Broccoli is a flower that we eat, which is a part of a plant which is in the form of a flower that we eat. Some plants have two or more edible or eatable parts. Seeds of mustard plants give us oil, and the leaves are used as vegetable. Now there are certain plants which in which there are more than two parts of a plant which can be eaten. Like जैसे mustard की जो leaves होते हैं उसको as a vegetable we use. Mustard means जो राई के छोटे छोटे काले दाने होते हैं जिसको हम use करते हैं, और mostly used in the cooking. And the other is the लीफ पार्ट ऑफ द प्लांट होता है, सीड होता है, उसमें से ऑयल भी एक्सट्रैक्ट होता है, एंड एज सच होल दैट सीड इज ऑल्सो यूज्ड इन द कुकिंग, एंड द ऑयल इज ऑल्सो एक्सट्रैक्टेड फ्रॉम द कुकिंग विच इज कॉल्ड एज द मस्टर्ड ऑयल. तो लीफ और सीड दोनों जो है हम मस्टर्ड ऑयल के, मस्टर्ड प्लांट के यूज करते हैं. सो कुछ प्लांट्स ऐसे होते हैं जिनके बोथ द मीन्स मोर देन वन पार्ट ऑफ अ प्लांट इज ईटेबल. Can you think of the different parts of banana plant that are used as food? Think of more examples where two or more parts of a single plant are used as food. Yes, banana plants, I think many parts of the banana plants are used as food. The flower of a banana plant, banana itself is used as a fruit. The flower, even the stem of the banana is also used as a food, as a vegetable, and it is cooked. Fruit है, banana का flower है, banana का stem है, सब कुछ cooking में use किया जाता है. तो बहुत सारे ऐसे पेड़ हैं जिनके हम जो है more than one part of a plant is used. So here you have to write that which part of the plant. Then next is your table 1.4, plants part as food. जैसे कि ब्रिंजल है, तो ब्रिंजल का क्या है, ब्रिंजल है तो वो इंग्रेडिएंट हमको क्या यूज़ करना है, उसके लिए ब्रिंजल यूज़ करना है. और कौन कौन से इंग्रेडिएंट्स बन लगेंगे अगर ब्रिंजल करी बनाना है, तो चिली है एज अ स्पाइस, तो और बहुत सारे स्पाइसेस के अंदर उसको टैंगी बनाने के लिए टर्मरिक पेस्ट यूज़ कर सकते हैं. देन ऑयल इज़ नीडेड, सॉल्ट इज़ नीडेड, तो बहुत सारी चीज़ें इसके अंदर आती हैं. तो हमको कहाँ से मिलता है ब्रिंजल? सबसे पहले ब्रिंजल इज़ अ फ्रूट ऑफ अ प्लांट. ब्रिंजल क्या है? फ्रूट ऑफ अ प्लांट है. देन चिली इज़ ऑल्सो द चिली दैट वी यूज़. चिली इज़ एज अ स्पाइस that we use, that is also a fruit. Then what is given? Oil from groundnut. Now the oil that is extracted, oil from the groundnut or mustard or from soya bean or any other plant. So that is the seed part of a plant. जितने भी oil extract होते हैं, जिन में seeds में से oil निकालते हैं, जैसे mustard हो गया, groundnut हो गया, soya bean हो गया, then sunflower हो गया, sesame हो गया. So जो है वो बीज होता है, दैट इज़ द सीड. वो प्लांट का कौन सा पार्ट होता है? दैट इज़ द सीड पार्ट ऑफ अ प्लांट. जैसे ब्रिंजल है, दैट इज़ द फ्रूट पार्ट ऑफ अ प्लांट. कोई भी जैसे वेजिटेबल है तो वो जो वेजिटेबल पेड़ पे उगता है तो वो उसका क्या हो गया? उस प्लांट का वो फ्रूट है. सो दैट वे वी ईट डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ अ प्लांट. Is your activity 4, which is on page number 4. From all the food items you have listed in table 1.3, choose some items whose ingredients are obtained from plants, which part of a plant, identify and list the food items and parts of the plant. Now इसमें हमको कुछ और एक्टिविटी नहीं करनी है, खाली हमको यही देखना है कि कौन से फूड आइटम्स जो हैं ऐसे होते हैं जो किस किस पार्ट में से, प्लांट के कौन से पार्ट में से मिलते हैं. So that we are not going to do. So dear children, we end today's session up to activity 4 on page number 4. The remaining part we'll be doing on the next session. Till then, bye bye and have a nice day. Bye.